about it. You understand your parents more than anybody else. Maybe you're not, maybe your siblings, that's it. But you understand your parents more than their parents, more than their friends. They're your parents, and you understand how they relate to you and how they react to things you tell them. So there's nobody better to talk to them about it than you. Yeah. My name is Esther. I am 24, from Nigeria. Have lived in Canada for about 10 years now. And I'm a peer leader for Get Sensible.
Sorry.
You do look cool.
I'm Emily Jenkins, and the reason I'm here talking to you today is because of my role as an associate professor at the School of Nursing at the University of British Columbia, where I do research on young people and substance use.
I obviously think I know more about weed than my parents, because they don't know anything about weed. They know some of the negative impacts of weed.
But I think that in this time, like we're living in a space where things are shifting and where young people are becoming more educated themselves about cannabis and its use, and where we can rely on them to lead some of that discussion. And just to acknowledge where the limitations in our own knowledge are, and to have a curiosity about finding answers and maybe exploring those alongside the youth in our lives.
My mom could know everything there is to know about all types of using weed and how to use the oral sprays, or how to use the ones that aren't even common that a lot of people use. And I'll never know because you don't talk about it, and you talking about it could help me. Most importantly, I would teach my parents how to have open conversations, just in general, because there's so much that I wish I could have talked to my parents about. Talking about it now, but it would definitely have benefited me if I had been able to talk to them about it from earlier on, even though they might not understand it, just because there are some things that my mom doesn't understand now, for instance, but because she's been more westernized, she's a little bit more open, and even though she doesn't get it, she'll listen and she'll say, oh, interesting, like, do you have any articles, like, send me, I can read up on it, and stuff like that. Just learning how to be open with your kids, it's so important. So that's honestly the most important thing, because it's okay to not understand. There are things that I don't understand about my parents, but I listen, and I try to understand where they're coming from, but they don't do the same thing for us. So I really wish all parents would understand that, and I want them to be educated on how to have open, honest conversations, how to be receiving of your kids, and be welcoming of them in whatever shape or form their questions are, and stuff like that.
But yeah, I guess I'm just wondering, like, what tips there are that you have that you'd offer to young people that want to start that conversation with their parents.
I think for young people, we're living in a time where there is some good information about cannabis that's starting to emerge, and that's developed by youth and for youth, and reflects a diversity of experiences. And I think, identifying those resources and becoming familiar with them can be really helpful in equipping you for having those conversations with adults in your life.
First of all, nobody knows you better than you know yourself, and you're the best person to have this conversation. It's about you. It's about your experience. Like, my experience is probably not like any other person's experience. So I'm the best person to talk about my situation to my parents. I also understand my parents. Like, think about it. You understand your parents more than anybody else. Maybe you're not, maybe your siblings, that's it. But you understand your parents more than their parents, more than their friends. They're your parents, and you understand how they relate to you and how they react to things you tell them. So there's nobody better to talk to them about it than you. And at the end of the day, you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this because maybe because you want to be more open with them, maybe because you want to be more comfortable, and because you want to break down that wall. So just keep that in mind too. You're doing this for you. So you're the best person to do it.